Cybertruck.
I have a different broadhead. I think we need that. Bring it back. We'll see what we do. We'll get set. Yeah.
Sweet. Let's see.
Arrow coming in. I should have more. I mean, just do whatever ricochets. Like, yeah. You might want to do it as a sliding.
Firing an arrow at the Cybertruck.
You know what I mean? There it is. Very nice.
I like the Cybertruck. I think it looks cool as fuck. Because I like DeLoreans. I like that stainless steel look. But I get that they're like the modern day Hummer. They just look they look obnoxious. They're fucking huge. But I still like the way it looks. I think it just needs a few more design iterations.
Blew the arrow apart. Yeah. Flatten the tip of the arrow. Look at the tip of the broadhead. That's impressive.
Hey, cutie.
What is this? Did he go on there recently? I don't know what's going on. What do we got here? Of all the Scott Adams clips, this is the one that means the most to me personally. This was the moment during the initial COVID lockdown days that I decided to cancel my low-grade depression and feeling like I'm trapped and replace it with come out of this stronger, not weaker. I started writing affirmations shortly after this, and by the time the year had passed, I'd changed career paths, gotten 3 promotions, and was living in a new house. It worked, Scott. It worked.
If you don't come out of this
What do you say, Scott
skill,
Adams? What is this?
You're doing it wrong.
I like Scott Adams a lot. When he was alive, especially towards the end, I started following his live streams in the morning, and it became sort of a parasocial relationship with Scott Adams. I thought it was really cool. I thought he had a lot of positive things to say, and I read most of his books.
I don't think any of us should come out of this without a new skill. I'll just put that out there. You know, I talk about skill stacking all the time. But when in your life are you going to have another time where you're forced to stay home for weeks and you're a little bit bored? Is that ever going to happen?
Actually, I loved COVID. I'll always remember COVID fondly. Because I did so much art during that time. I learned so much, and there was so much flexibility. It was fantastic. It was a dream come true for me.
Happen again? Ever? Will there ever be a time when you could just say, you know, nothing I can do. I'm just going to stay home for a number of weeks, whatever it is, and I'm going to be a little bit bored. If you don't come out of this with a
I was not bored. I was not bored for 1 minute.
new skill, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You should come out of this stronger, not weaker.
Yeah.
You want to come out of this maybe with less income. It's going to happen to a lot of us. Certainly will happen to me, but I'll be okay. And no matter where you are, income-wise, if you take a hit, you can compensate for that in the long run by adding a skill.
One thing I want to say about Scott Adams is look at this shot. Look at this shot. There's so much headroom between the top of his head and the top of the frame. He's not thinking about that. He just is putting it on like it's a video call. He wasn't really too concerned with appearing in the most flattering light. He didn't care so much about, setting things up in like making a nice Scott Adams fluorescent light in the background. Or he just turned on the camera and went.
Sign up for a class. Learn something that's compatible with what you already do, that makes you the obvious person to get promoted, the obvious person to get a better job somewhere else. So you can somewhat compensate. It's not a one-for-one, but for many people, it's more than one-for-one. For many people, they'll be able to add a skill, something they always wanted to do, and when things go back to normal, which they will, well, you came back more valuable. So you can work on your net worth by improving your skills. So a lot of people are going to do that.
Yeah, so I think what he said there made a lot of sense. I think a lot of people wasted that time, a lot of that time, for sure.